How's it going, guys? What I'm going to do today is I wanted to show you another drill that is a good way to help build your proficiency with a firearm. I have done several videos in the past about explaining why it's important for you to be able to shoot both with one hand as well as with your weak hand. And the reason that I wanted to repeat that again in this video is because of the importance that it is of being able to protect yourself. Chances are, if you are ever in a situation where you've got to protect yourself, you're going to need to use one of your hands to be able to move a family member, friend, loved one, child out of the way, or to protect yourself. You know, if someone is striking at you with something, then you're going to need to use that other hand to protect yourself, and you're going to need to be able to have the skills to fire your firearm single-handedly. And that goes with having to, with being able to fire your gun with your weak hand as well. Life happens. It doesn't have to be that you're injured protecting yourself. You could simply be doing some work around your home, or you could just have a bad fall and break your primary hand. And if you have not built the skills to be able to manipulate your firearm with your weak hand, you could put yourself at a great disadvantage if you are ever in a situation where you need to protect yourself. What I'm going to do in this drill, I've got 3 targets set up downrange, and the middle target we're going to be firing at it like we normally do with both hands, our standard grip. The right target, we're just going to be using our right hand only. The left target, we are going to be using the left hand only. I mean, it's just a very simple drill. But what the goal is, as we progress through this, we want to try to get those shots to be consistent between all 3 targets. I'm going to show you in this video exactly why we need to do that. You're going to see some deficiencies that I have in doing this drill as well. You know, I'm going to show you guys the real world situation that we have here. You know, that's just a standard piece of paper with a target printed on it. But it's a good idea to use your everyday carry when you're doing this drill. Again, that's how you're going to know if the tools that you use are the tools that you need to be using. Okay, you don't need to use a gun. It's not going to perform the way you need it to. So here we go. Let's try this out, see how we do. These are the first shots. I've not fired any warm-up shots or anything yet, but I just wanted to come out here and see exactly how we do with this drill. Alright, I have 3 shots on my first target. I'm going to go right-handed only. I've got 3 shots on the right target. We're going to change hands, go with our left target. Alright, let's go down range, check out our targets, and see how we did. Guys, what we have here is the example of a flyer. You can see here with that one. First shot of the day. Like I said, I have not done any practice shots since the last time I was out here at the range, and there we go. We see the results. We also see down here our other 2 are exactly in where we needed them to be. And then when we transition over to the right-handed target, even though this is just a standard piece of paper, I got one close to center. These other 2, I pulled them very far left. All right, that goes back to the fundamentals of trigger control. Now, trigger control is something that I've talked about in several videos, but when you are shooting single-handedly, it brings a whole new element to the game. All right, now over on our other target, you can see here, we are high. 2 of the shots are high, and then I pulled one of them to the far right. Again, we're at about 7 yards. That's really, I'm not happy with that, but this is the first shots of the afternoon. I'm actually going to get a few more out and see if it improves any. That's the thing. We need to practice regularly. All right. So these are the first ones of the evening, as terrible as they are. I'm showing them you in this video. Hopefully you guys won't tear me up too bad down in the comments. But let's get a few more on these targets and see how we see if we improve any. Guys, I took a Sharpie and marked the first hits So we're going to do this again to see if we make any improvement on this. Okay. Here we go. Okay, right-handed only. All right, now we're going to go with left-handed only. Let's go down and check round number 2. You can see here that our grouping on our middle target has gotten a little worse. However, we do have all of our shots still within the circle, and this is a 6-inch circle or 6-inch target, as you can see. Now let's go over and look at our right-handed only target. You can see here that we have 2 shots here, just a couple inches above the bullseye. And we did have one to still go wild, just, you know, right below where we were at previously. But these 2 here are grouped a little bit better. The one with our left-handed only, we still have a lot of work to do by using just our left hand. I do not like that grouping, and we also broke one of those shots low. We didn't go high, we broke it low. That goes back to practicing trigger control. I've talked about trigger control quite a bit, and it's very important to practice it both as single hand shooting as well as with your standard 2-handed grip. So let's go and put a few more rounds down range. Here we go again. Let's see if we can make any more improvements. We're starting to lose a little bit of light, but we should still be able to get through this quite easily. Here we go. Right hand only. Now, left hand only. Alright guys, slowed it down just a little bit. Let's see if we've made any improvements. Our grouping there is a little better. However, we are a little high from where I would like to be. Again, this is just a 6-inch target, but I know I can do better than that. But again, this is just literally the first time that I've been out shooting in a couple of days, and it does not take long for those skills that you build during practice to fade away. So I do still have, you can see the target in comparison to the size of my hand. You know, everything is right inside this 6-inch target. These 3 here, that's our last shots. And let's go over and look at our right hand only shots. We see an improvement here in them. Look at our grouping, much better. Literally, this is the 3rd round. I'm not hiding anything, but just slowing it down a little bit and just showing you guys exactly how you can improve over time doing this. Now let's go check the left hand only. Again, with our left hand only, we still have some work to do. All right, here's one of our shots here. Here is our 2nd shot, and our 3rd shot is a little high, unfortunately. I pulled that one significantly for whatever reason. So we clearly have some work to do with our left hand only. You can see even with that high, the target, you know, the size of my hand, just as a comparison. But, you know, be honest with me, guys. Answer me this. How often do any of you out there ever practice just with your offhand? I'd like to know down in the comments below. You can see here we did have a little bit of improvement in grouping. Just started breaking them high. This shows you why practice is important, all right? And I have no doubt that if I spent more time out here on the range doing this, I would be able to get my shots much closer to that bullseye. It's all about practice. You know, that's why we do this. As far as self-defense, you can see the size of my hand, just with one hand only, at 7 yards. You know, that wouldn't be an issue. Those would be good defensive shots. As far as just my weak hand, yeah, you could make the argument that it is a little bit wider, especially that one there, that Flyers. That's just, there's no excuse for that. But that's why we're here. That's why we practice. Guys, this is going to be my excuse part of the video. All right, I've got to have good excuses why I made those lousy shots. And of course, that is, it's been a few days since I've been out here shooting, and I'm also worrying about trying to make a video. But I wanted to show these to you all and bring up the importance of why it is to regularly practice both with your strong hand as well as your weak hand. You can see the differences in those shots downrange. All right, and that also brings up of why it's important for regular practice. Like I say, it's been a few days since I've been out here practicing, but and those were some lousy shots on some of them, you know. But when you are shooting single-handed, trigger control is critical. All right, even when you're shooting with both hands with a proper grip, that trigger control is critical. Becomes even more so when you are only using one hand. Guys, I'd like to know what your thoughts are about this drill. Let me know down in the comments below. Let me know how often you practice with your weak hand on target. Again, drop those down in the comments below. Hope you liked the video. Hopefully you won't tear me up too bad down in the comments over those lousy shots. Thanks for watching. Check out the links down in the description. Visit my website at boomsticktactical.com, and we'll see you next time.